I'm actually gonna lay my arm. Alright, part 7. Okay. I'll trust that it is because I'm going to update the title. Which is the only thing I can update. I can add tags and the title of the game I'm streaming individually every time I start streaming because your stream is stupid. Dragon Quest Tact. Is there like a tactical Dragon Quest game? So I figured out why I was feeling a little out of sorts last night. It was because um, I couldn't get my meds until I have Asperger's syndrome, but I take meds for ADD because I have symptoms that are similar to ADD. It's difficult to say whether or not I have both Asperger's and ADHD, but there are symptoms that are similar, and the medication can help with that. So I think I was just having some difficulty staying focused on, you know, or whatever, you know. Basically, when I take my meds, I feel, for lack of a better term. So okay, so is there? Okay, yeah, there's PT audio. So the game still feels a little too damn loud. Okay, turn it down a little bit so it's not spiky. There we go. Here's something that still irks me a bit, is that despite that we've read a book and spoken to an NPC in town that full tells of this location we can go to, I'm pretty sure we can't just skip over to that location. We had to actually speak to this person in the village.
I see. Magnificent! What a dutiful maid, worrying about her master so. I am impressed.
So, I was talking a little bit about... Ellie, no! I thought you were sleeping. You're supposed to be asleep. Let's be having a peaceful nap. Why are you suddenly wanting to play now? When your papa's streaming. So, I don't think I also did my laptop. I wasn't really able to talk as in depth as I. Ellie, please. My cat wants attention, and I've been giving her attention all day. You need to take a nap. You were starting to take a nap. Why can't you continue? Huh? Right now, that's all you have to say for yourself. And you can get up on my lap and lay there if you really want to. We can't play right now. You can go play by yourself if you really want to. Like when I first got her, she would play on by herself all the time. And I was like, that's great, having such a low maintenance cat, but she's only as she's gotten older, rather than becoming like she was still technically a kitten when I got her. Like she was like 10 months old or something like that. 10, 11 months old. Like an older kitten, but still a kitten. And she could play by herself just fine. Now she's forgotten. Anyway, I'm gonna try to ignore her for as much as I can. Because I need to focus on the stream. So I was talking about how it seems to be a bit of a trope to the Dragon Quest series that there's not so much there is a main quest which is relatively simple. It's straightforward, and then it's really about the series of side quests. Helping, going around helping people as you go. All while pursuing, some big bad or whatever, happens to be going on. And it's just very episodic, I guess, for lack of a better term. That's very, I think it's pretty much unique to the Dragon Quest series. I mean, it might even be to some extent every other quest to a certain degree has kind of been a side adventure of sorts. Unrelated to Dom Megas. Because we had our very first quest was literally just help the fortune teller. And of course he has potentially information on Dalmegas, so there's a little bit of a reason for that. Right now, we don't really have anything except for King Trode being such a sentimental guy. And having nothing better to do, really. We don't have any leads on where the Omegas is, so we may as well just help some people while we're here. But yeah, I'm really queuing in on. It was definitely, by memory anyway, incredibly apparent in Dragon Quest IX. Perhaps more so because there's no introducing the party members system, because there is zero characterization for any party members because they're not characters. Um, Ellie, second, why you have to be so like this? You've been like this a lot lately. I don't know what the heck is wrong. Dang it. You've just been so needy. I have no idea why. Why has my messenger app? Like, why has it? Okay. Sorry, just messaging my mom about Ellie because she needs a VET appointment. Uh, she's overdue for a VET appointment, and we just haven't had the way to take her. Anyway, I guess that's my observation.
A faithful retainer like her is a most precious treasure to a king. And you say she's about the same age as my dear Medea? Very well. Now this is an order. I want you to help this maid with her request. I beg your pardon? A detour? Well, if you get onto it quickly, it won't be a problem, will it? Off we go. We must lend a hand to this delightful maid of yours.
Like, we could go straight to... Not sure, have we fought these particular ones before? Kissers. Okay, well, that's not gonna help us at all. They're individual enemies. For some reason. We have 1,000 more gold. These new variations. Or nice sneakers. They group. Okay, probably they are. That's charisma, which actually is useful. It gives him like more healing abilities. Which, considering that I'm building him up to be our healer. So I could divide it across bows and oh, this will make him automatic, and there is a little bit of an of attack bonus too. So eventually, it's like the fourth upgrade he gets. Um, so spells with poison. Um, a lot of the things seem to be just I really wish we had like an actual like indication of what each of these do. Um, like, seriously. Basically having um, information built into the game is this day and age a convenience feature. Because we can look up everything online. So, oh, okay, that's good to know. Well, that's a lot of. I should probably actually be doing my special ability that attacks everyone evenly. Is Plush take care of the curse too? I'm assuming. Actually, I think almost the problem with the um, potentially the dual screen interface is that from a design standpoint, you simultaneously have more space to work with, but also kind of less in a way. I'm not sure how to. What's up, Ellie? Talking? Usually you're just talking. Talking for no reason. Okay. I don't know. I might have to see if I can explain it better when we get level up again. Um, but yeah, here's Genghis. Um, so yeah, actually, there's some things like I could improve immediately. Um, Looking at this from a design standpoint. Ellie, no, I don't need your input. They can't understand meows anyway. Meow. Yeah. I don't get what you're saying. Like you're trying to explain the game mechanics too and how they can be improved. But I don't think they can understand your. Do I need to try to translate? Okay, Ellie is saying that right down here. I actually pointed this with my cursor. It's kind of cool. Like one of the advantages of using emulation. Um, so here it says basically what the skill in general does. So raise the skill to increase your attack power when using clubs and hammers. As an increase, you will learn special techniques like penny pincher, which wipes gold pieces from your foe. Well, that's nice, but you have penny pincher. So what I would want to do, and this could be for a proper HD remaster, and so they're going to throw in some other like little improvements here, quality of life adjustments. Um, Take this bar. Now, granted, they can't do the dual screen thing, so I'm not sure exactly what they'll um, do here. I mean, some of these are such like attack plus 10 with stuff equipped. But like, what does Monster Masher do? What does Heartbreaker do? What does Mindbreaker do? What does Gold Rush do? What does Double Crusher do? Um, like, I would probably, I mean, there's lots of like real estate that's actually kind of empty here too. Like, please allocate skill points. Then here, like, yeah. Um, So it's nice having like the list, but there's not enough information here. So what I would recommend, and I don't know how this would fit into an HD remake because you'd only be working with one screen, so you potentially lose this list. But it could be basically like here or somewhere. Like let's just go the idea of doing a HD remake and what you could do with the HD remake. Have something like you could potentially just move this over to here ish, more or less, or something, or you could change the interface altogether, um, in some fashion. But what we need, bare minimum, is well, okay. Here's what I'm getting at, and you probably already guessed. It describes penny pincher. Here, it describes she learns special techniques like penny pincher and what it does. So why is it just giving an example, a fixed example um of thing you can get from increasing the skill? Why not instead tell us what the next skill up does? So like you know, just have a bar or something somewhere on the screen which says you know you know for example here 59 SP is probably isn't the best one. It's just club critical hit rate being raised, which is cool. And straightforward. So like you don't really need much of a description. Um, you could potentially, just for people who don't understand what critical hits are, who haven't watched Critical Role or any D&D stuff. Um, it can say like increases your chance that you will randomly do X damage. Um, like that could be a description for it. Increases the chance that you will randomly do X damage. That's effectively what it is. Um, so if you want to add a description for that, there you go. Then Mindbreaker. Then what does that do? Like you just know what the name of the skill is and not what it does. And yeah, we live in a time and age where you can look up on the internet. That's kind of the point I'm making. Why force me to look up what Mindbreaker is on the internet when you can just give me the information right ahead? There's kind of no reason not to besides making it a surprise. But I mean, this goes into I guess um my two aspects of how to improve upon a mechanic in a game. One is to add more player control, and one is to present the player with more information. Um, and both ways give the player more control in a way because in some fashion because I can make an informed decision. I can be like, okay, you know, do I want, I'm splitting my everything between humanity and clubs right now. So share magic. What does that even do? Actually, what does share magic do? It's kind of um. I think we can't even get up to that yet, but that's closer. Some probably to work on humanity for now. Um, yeah, because like clubs is like 10. 11 points away, whereas this is like well, starting from 26th, it's now it's 2 points away. That's straightforward. So we are pretty much guaranteed to be able to increase it on our next level up. And then just put whatever's left over, if there's anything left over, into clubs. Um, so we'll find out exactly what share magic does. Um, but right now, it's just giving you a specific example. It's just saying your empathy and ability to help your comrades. So it's like a general overview of like what these abilities can do in this case. Um, you can avoid detection by enemies, steal attention from foes, other like clubs. Someone actually seems to give it an exact. Here we go. This is Hatchet Man. It actually gives an example. So like, there's two of them actually give you a specific example. But why not just tell us like what the next one up is going to do? That's like bare minimum. Like tell us like what is the next up in progression and what does it do? What is it called and what does it do? So we know you know what you know we can make a determination as to what we want to work on. And what I'm doing is sort of going back and forth between clubs and humanity, like the main weapon I want them to use, and um, their special skill if I'm all interested in. With Jessica, I'm not particularly interested in her charm, so I'm just focusing on magic, at least for now. Um, so it's pretty easy leveling her up. Um, for at least our protagonist and Perpetuals and Yangus, it's between the weapon I want them to use and their special skill, unique skill, their character-based skill. I guess I suppose would be a best way to call it. Like it involves their actual character and it's unique to their character, so I'm probably gonna call it a character-based skill. Um, yeah, my general strategy, and I sort of touched on this, is that whichever is closer to leveling up, I focus on. Like whichever is closer to getting to the next tier, I focus on, and then once I get to the next tier, I put whatever's left over, if there's anything left over, into the other um into the other skill to get a leg up on that. And because of the way that everything's like stacked, it's generally just back and forth for the most part. Because like once I get to 32, I'll be 10 away from leveling that up. So yeah. If it changes that, if you're unable to cast spells, then you're unable to cast spells. No, I could probably just zoom my way here, but I am kind of trying to gather gold for. Actually, no, I want to use power plus, especially since there's so many enemies. Um, just wait for my turn then. Okay. Sure, since there's so many of them, there's a chance at least one would be impressed. Do you have any like a steeper like AOE? I almost figured I should put Yankees back on to focus on healing. Just because. Yeah, because. Oh, now I'm she's wasting her MP. This is okay. The space part, I don't think that is anything. It seems kind of random whether or not they're considered a group or not, which I'd want to fix in any kind of proper remake of this game, or even in HD remaster. If you're gonna add some quality of life fix, that'd be one thing. I don't know how I would implement it though. In terms of making clear, when enemies are grouped together or not, other than just. I mean, there's already enough information presented here, I guess, to show when. In the middle one. I guess the thing that bothered me most about the groups of enemies is that it feels inconsistent. That's kind of it. It feels inconsistent. There's that one enemy that I haven't been able to. encounter. They seem to be like particular to this area. What the heck is this guy? It's all like someone we're supposed to tangle with, but I mean, I guess my ideal setup would have be to literally have enemies presented in a more three-dimensional way, so that like kind of Chrono Trigger style, basically. Which is fine because that's a more two-dimensional game than this one. But you could. There's literally a line attack, and they're literally lined up arranged in a line. We may not have enough to get the other two armors, or at least close to enough. Sorry, it was 1700 or 1800. Might be 18. I think there's a treasure chest around that way. But there's a metal slime down there. And we're probably gonna lose it. Because of the way that enemies spawn and despawn. There's another enemy type I noticed before. But, I can't. Okay, I guess we'll fight you. Yeah, like what makes it so that these enemies are together and not in the sky is separate. Besides just the pure presentation on here. Again, there's a lot of, I guess, sort of representational stuff going on here rather than... Hey, Ellie. You steal a lot of swords. And of course it's locked. Why wouldn't it be locked? I don't think this is good game design. Let's be clear, that's not good game design. Actually, you know what would be good game design? Let's just take our headphones off as an indication of... I'm also doing this just so I can hear myself think better, I guess. But a good way to design it, and it's interesting because there's already different colored treasure chests, but the color of a treasure chest seems to mean either mean nothing or mean next to nothing. Like maybe it's what I'm guessing its point is that is either purely aesthetic or it's indicative of what's inside in some fashion that's not entirely clear. So I'm not like really keeping track of it, and like there's no in-game book telling me like, okay, a red chest contains this type of item, or the blue chest contains this type of item. So there's something beyond purely aesthetic about what differentiates a blue treasure chest from a red treasure chest. There should basically be gold treasure chests or something like that. Basically, an indication where, like, what just happened? I'll just to illustrate it. Kind of go out of my way to illustrate this. Okay, so I see the treasure chest off in the distance. Now, if it was a gold treasure chest, and I knew from experience, and you know, there could be like, you can tutorialize this very simply by beginning of the game having a gold treasure chest that just kind of right just a little ways up the path, very obvious location. You go to it and you're like, this treasure chest is locked. So you learn very quickly that treasure chests that have this coloration are locked. So I would know that if this treasure chest was gold, or had some other like colorization to indicate that it's locked, I would know. I would see this gold treasure chest off in the distance and be like, okay, I'll get that later once I get like this lockpick item. As it is, absolutely no indication of whether or not a treasure chest is locked until I actually go and approach it. That is bad game design. There's also, again, indicative of another point of good game design, which is giving the player the information, giving them, it's information. Two critical aspects to game design: information and knowing where to give the player control. I need to actually come up with a better term for that second part, but giving the player information is pretty, you know, pretty critical. And we just saw an enemy just disappear. I think value your player's time is another fairly important thing. Because that's directly associated with this, because we're wasting our time going to check on a treasure chest that we cannot have access to at this point. And what makes it even worse is that if I pass through here again or something, and maybe I passed through here before, and I found a chest and went up to it and was locked. So let's take the argument that I don't know if this actually happened because I can't remember. Maybe last night I found a treasure chest, went up to it, tried to open it, and it was locked. So I come back here the next day, and I notice it from a different approach, and I go check it on it again, and it's still locked, and I just forgot that I checked it. Like, that kind of thing can happen. So you're wasting my time twice. Whereas, it is where my first, say for sake of argument that I may have even missed that first lock check. That was, near the beginning of the game. Not too far off the trail. I just happened to not catch sight of it or not check it. Well, that's fine, because if this were to be the first locked chest I encounter, which I can't illustrate right now because really no, I can't play with you right now. I'm sorry. If this were to be the first locked chest I encounter this far into the game, I would just know I would only waste my time going after it once. So it's still not a problem. So that's another thing I guess to note for the HG Remaster is to go and make each locked chest a special color, so that pretty much immediately that this is the kind of it's the earliest point you encounter a locked treasure chest, no matter where it is. You don't need to relocate it to because players who want to explore will eventually encounter a locked chest. It's just a matter of time. So they encounter a locked chest, and they notice it has a special color to it, and bam, tutorialization complete. Happen just as soon as you encounter one. Dang it. Why are you so agitated? That's right, I miss my granddaughter. I'm getting on a bit now, you see, so I know all the old Ascampa folk tales. Let's see, an old story about making wishes come true. That must be the story about Strange Hill upstream of here. It said that if you go there on a night of a full moon and wait quietly at night, a door to another world will open. It's probably just a silly old fairy tale, though. I'm afraid I can't tell you whether it's true or not. It gets so cold and spooky up there, you see. I never known anyone willing to stay the whole night to find out. Okay. Who's this dude? Have you by any chance come by here looking for the mysterious legendary peak? Well, I found a strange old ruin on top of a big hill upstream, but it was a bit of a letdown, really. It was just a tumbling on wall, nothing more, so I came straight back down again. That's what I went to, climbing up there and worrying that there might be a monster waiting for me around every corner. What a waste of time. We go around on the back of the house and cross the river downstream a while. We come to a path down to the embankment. Once you're down there, turn around and head upstream. You say there's a cave somewhere over in that direction. The people around these parts don't go in there, mind. apparently there's something on the other side of the cave. Other side, bordering on the hill next to you. So there's our actual directions. Oh, we're uncharted. Where's Nathan Drake? So I'm guessing we're needing to head. So okay, so we have a zoom to the Riverside Chapel. So we'll just head back here when we're done. Or stay in, although it's price as well. So they can recharge our mana and oh well, we already did that. Damn it. We just like wait around. Apparently I have just not enough. Although I can sell our scale armor. Actually, that'll give us enough. It's just so funny that they have like one quality of life improvement of being able to equip it right away, but not the quality of life to sell the old one automatically. I think Earthbound may have had both of the quality of life features, which makes this even more sad if that's the case. Also, be nice to have quest markers of some kind. Is it across the bridge or? I'm just gonna assume it's not. It's on this side. I mean, we'll find out what this path terminates, I suppose. Okay, Firebolt Pro. He's like 6 points away from the next level. This is actually quite a ways. Like that's let's see here. This is like 6 points away. And it gives us another attack increase. This is very nice. So I might actually continue working on boomerangs rather than increasing courage. Okay, boomer. Hey, we got two level ups this time. Hmm. I'm not sure what the embankment is. So is this the embankment? Oh, there's a chest. See if it's locked. Okay, Ellie's finally asleep again. See his wife. We fought these guys before. I think we may have. Uh, I have no idea if we're actually going in the right direction. Like this is a long path, so we were heading in the right direction. But I think quest markers, I would say generally qualify as information category. Like that, I think about it. And not everyone likes quest errors, which is why I'm more in favor of having it be an option rather than simply making it present. Um, I mean, you actually look up a guide. I think there's another indication of them being different groups. And actually, just download a map so I don't have to look for it. Okay, I can't open the page. This is the in-game map. I'm not sure. It's probably not gonna give me much information. It'll probably show me where things are. So there's a bridge here. Okay, so this is probably where we are. So there should be something like this away. There's a red spot, which I'm assuming is a dungeon. And this has, so we were heading in the right direction. We just didn't go far enough, but that's right. Or maybe we need to go into that lower layer. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Oh, we're definitely making progress. Oh, I will say that there are problems with quest arrows. Um, Adding quest arrows to something like Dragon Quest VIII would not be bad if you do a couple things. Um, One is, well, just make it optional. Some people who don't like it can just turn it off. I've already mentioned that. But beyond that, by mere principle, um, virtue of the fact that the game was not designed, that we're adding it to the game. Let me put it that way. Um, it would not be bad. And by that I mean Skyrim. I think I played through Skyrim. I probably mentioned the fact that like there are quests in the game that are clearly designed with quest arrows as a feature. You know, most notably, you know, the Thieves Guild quest where you have to meet Maven Blackbriar. You're not told where she is. You're just told that you need to go meet her. That's it. You're told that she wants to meet you. You're not told where she is. You have the only indicator of where she is, or where she might be, is about that she seems to have a mansion in town, but she isn't there. So your only chance, if you don't have quest arrows on, is to randomly run into her when you happen to be visiting the inn where she actually is. And there probably are other examples of that poor game design, basically, because okay, apparently there's I guess one I saw way down to the lower area that's like right by the river. I may have missed it. It's running around, all these enemies around. I mean, there's gotta be a way down there. There's enemies that spawn down there. I could have sworn there was a path that I spotted on the from the opposite side. We had to go to the opposite side and look there again. Maybe it's an optical illusion. It looks like there's a path. I don't know if it's an actual path or if it's just... There's gotta be a path. I can look a little... Huh. Well, I know roughly where it is. Okay, we're pretty good in terms of health. And even MP, so... Okay, I need to go down. It's not even, like, directly there. It's just, like, there's blinking, you'll miss it. Check out some of these new enemies. King Kelp. Shouldn't be called Karaoke Kelp. I think Karaoke Kelp would be more appropriate. I mean, come on, it's Karaoke Kelp. Or King Karaoke Kelp, I don't know. Like, he's holding a microphone. I mean, he has a crown too, so he's kind of a king, but... Karaoke King Kelp. Maybe it's a little too long. Let's see. I mean, he's a comedian, King Hell. He can cast toxic hideous laughter on us. We're sort of avoiding encounters. Like, unless we aggro them, I'm not gonna order a new enemy type like this one. Oh, wait. I gotta... Get back here. Oh, one is aggroed, one is reverse aggroed. Damn it. Okay, group 4 enemies, for some reason, it's not split up. Then the group 4 enemies will be split up. But they won't. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it does provide us with the information, but I am baffled as to why sometimes. Other than, you know, the way that they're lined up is more representational than presentational. Oh, I got 2 metal slimes. Let's try that. Although, no, I think they're immune to fire though, so. Now we're just wasting our... Completely pointless encounter. We didn't get any experience from even that brief period of time that we were fighting the enemy. There you go. Judging from the fact that they flee from us, I figure it's not worth wasting any MP on them. Actually, Boomerang has a high evasion rate than high defense. I mean, they have a kind of high defense too, actually. Hey, Justin's finally catching up. Also, I'm trying to, like, define what we could call the problem of characters kind of being under level compared to other characters, but don't like the closest thing I can call it is the Paula problem, and Paula problem is kind of unique to Paula in Earthbound. Um, this isn't really the Paula problem. It's more um because these games intentionally go out of their way to avoid the Paula problem. And the Paula problem that is what I'm calling it is the character Paula from Earthbound. Like she is a glass cannon. But in addition to that, she starts off at level 1 when you first meet her. So you actually have to grind for a while to get her up to roughly where Nessa's level is. Then she gets kidnapped in the middle of the game. Spoiler. And she's not in the party for a long portion, and she does not level up with the rest of the party, so she is once again left severely under level, and will likely remain so the rest of the game. Like, if you can overcome the Paula problem while still maintaining a degree of realism, by making the level curves. Let's go into game design time here. You can circumvent the Paula problem. Yeah, David did like let's just say a updated version of Earthbound, I guess, for lack of a better term. You can kind of design your way around the Paula problem, by making it so that she levels faster, basically, at least at certain points. So, this isn't necessarily realistic, but you could have it be basically how I would try to design it is that, effectively kind of what, like, in this game, for example, our problem is that we kind of overleveled a little bit overleveled when we meet our new party members, which is fine. That's like kind of my playstyle in a way. Although my playstyle, my grinding style is, as I said, I don't know if there's an actual term for it. I know there's a Korean method, which is to, basically not go out of your way to grind, or to avoid grinding. It's just fight monsters as you run into them, which is a little difficult for a game like this that has a semi-open world. Like, there's some exploration you can do. So, like, there's the questions of, like, should I go out of my way to explore? Or, I don't know. Anyway, now someone's knocking on a neighbor's door and upset Ellie. I'm getting sidetracked. So my solution to the Paula problem in Earthbound would be to basically, okay, getting to what I was kind of talking about, like, I feel like when you encounter a new party member, you effectively kind of will see the fact, more or less, what your recommended level is expected to be. So, like, we got, like, Angelo at, like, level 12 or so, I think. And we're, like, at level 15, 16 when we recruited him, so, like, we were, like, 1 or 2 levels higher than expected to be. And therefore, the new members are lagging a little bit behind. That isn't really a problem because we just, it can become a problem if we don't, if we, I don't know, I don't think it can become that bad a problem, because if you're designing the game properly, then you don't necessarily need to go out of your way to make the other characters catch up to where you're at. If you just find things the way that you're doing, your arrow is, not gonna necessarily be at the same level, but, yeah. But there is, like, a leveling curve, and there is a degree to which a proper leveling curve can at least start to, or underleveled can start to, or underlevel in comparison to, your starter characters, will eventually catch up to you, more or less, because the amount of XP to get to from level 1 to level 2, and 2 to 3, 4 to 5, is, it increases, and then, the amount of experience that enemies provide also increases. So generally speaking, you're going to be leveling throughout the game at a pretty even rate. Like, that's the intended design. So, what I would do with Paula is kind of make it a little different. Just a little bit. So, like, you start starting with the level that you expect her to be at when she gets kidnapped. So, like, maybe a level or two above that, start taking the curve different little down. Like, have a little bit of like, the amount of experience you use to level up will be decreased for that level range, compared to, like, where everyone else's leveling curve is. So, like, most games, the leveling curve is like, this. But make Paula be like this and kind of dip down a little bit, and then, return at a certain point to, when she would normally catch up to the rest of the party, it'll return to a, I mean, it's still gonna be kind of ascending, but, like, it's not gonna be, it's gonna, like, kind of flatten just a little bit, I guess. For a little time, so it's gonna go like, it's like a dip, because that'd be kind of ridiculous. But it's not gonna raise quite as sharply for a period of time. So it'd be kind of like corner to corner. Like, this would be a relatively normal level curve would be like this. But, like, Paula's would be like what level where she usually will be at when she's kidnapped, and it kind of goes a little bit like this. And then once it would be expected to catch up with the rest of the party, it would go back to this. So that basically, it's relatively invisible, basically. It's not necessarily realistic, because, like, why would you be learning faster when everyone else is learning? Now, granted, again, the problem can be, you can catch up, because there's a degree to which you can, in an ideal situation, you'd be able to catch up. She'd be able to catch up just because, by virtue of the fact that the enemies that we're fighting are going to be higher level than her, and are therefore going to give her more experience, and therefore she's going to level up faster. The problem is that that's kind of determined by the fact, especially in a Dragon Quest type game, which Earthbound is, resing characters is difficult. So she's gonna die because she's underleveled. So you need to have a way to make sure that she levels faster during that period. Another way you can do it is, if you want to make it, like, a little more dynamic, is, of course, just have a flag of sort. Where, like, Paula was kidnapped and returns to the party, she's underleveled. So once she returns to the party, a flag goes on that, like, that will automatically, like, dynamically start flattening the leveling curve, so to speak. It's not gonna be, like, literally flat, but, flatter. And then, like, for X number of levels, like not even like until she catches up with the rest of the party. It would just be like for X number of levels, like 10 levels or however many levels, it's kind of roughly expected to be behind at this point. To level up faster. And that's another way to solve it. A more dynamic way to solve it. But yeah, if you're gonna like just flat out remake Earthbound, I would be perfectly fine with this a collection. But anyway, though I think it'd be nice to have a easy mode for Mother 1. I'm literally going off on tangent because we're talking about game other than this one. Wednesdays I want to do an actual full playthrough of at least Earthbound and Mother 3. Actually kind of funny because Mother 3 is a fan translation I can legally play. I can legally play it because I actually own a physical copy of every Mother game. Not every Earthbound game. Although I do have Earthbound on every platform that it's available on, so every digital platform it's available on. Let's go ahead and try to fire for now that every version of Earthbound that is not a physical copy. Let me put it that way. Besides Mother 2, which I do own a physical copy of. I basically own physical copies of every Mother game, complete. I think complete in box. They're in box. I'm not sure if they're complete because I don't. I need to find like an. I need to look up like an inventory because basically what is supposed to be in the box for each of the games. I'm pretty sure I have Mother 1 complete in box because it has like a poster with like a map and everything. I didn't get to see what the Fire Pro looks like. I was distracted talking about a game that isn't this game. It is similar, at least, but there we go. That's cool. I'm wasting MP. But anyway, in any case, I do not and probably will never own a physical copy of Earthbound. I have owned a physical copy of Earthbound, but I'm an idiot who sold it off to get an Xbox long before the boom in retro games. I believe Jessica already has one. If she does, okay. Well, we can use it for crafting, I suppose. There we go, here's the other. Okay, final encounter. Wait, no, it's go ahead and basically, I'll never own a physical copy of Earthbound until I win the lottery or something, or win the YouTube lottery or Twitch lottery, like become super famous. Oh, this attack. There's bat wings. That's one of the things I think I need to get for just to go ahead and do a regular attack. First set youngest to a Cobra Kai mode. Secret companion. We'll see what sheer magic does. Okay, complete until dead end that has nothing. Like, I guess you could. No, I don't think that's anything. It's just a waterfall. I mean, it's kind of pretty, but of course it's dawn now, so. Oh, this is another section of dungeon, so. The light's gonna slowly over there now. It seems like a good place to use my fire up. Hmm. Mid heal. Yeah, he's definitely a healer character. What do we want? Let's do a regular power pro. Oh great, they're not all one group for covering them. Okay, they're a more three-dimensional element to their presentation, and we can actually like see, like not only that they're like in an arrangement that that prohibits them from all being attacked at once. Which we can kind of already do, but we can see. Okay. Oh, okay, this is a complete and total dead end. Is there anything here? No, just enemies. No, I don't. Like, normally I fight enemies that I aggro, but at this point I feel like there's a pointless detour. Which I think I could call bad game design. Like, it's a commonly accepted convention in JRPGs that dead ends have treasure. And particularly long dead ends should definitely have treasure. This one did not. It kind of feels like being subversive for the sake of being subversive. I'm sure it was their actual intent of designing it that way, but hmm. Now we have multiple routes. Nice. Um, okay, it's already night. I don't know if that's if it's designed so that automatically turns to night when or we just kind of left out a little bit. Turns to an ancient building a little more than a frame of a large window remains standing. So we thought to wait a little bit. We would wait for it to be a full moon too, so that might take us even longer. Oh no, it's a new moon! It's the exact opposite of a full moon. Either that or the moon's just not visible in the sky right now. Anything interesting to see over here? Has it been a particular time? I'm guessing that we may have kind of lucked out that It would happen to be night, otherwise I'd be waiting even freaking longer. There we go. We can't find if there's actually a dragon here.
I am Ishmari, keeper of the Moon Shadowland. Welcome to my realm. Many moons have waxed and waned since human foot last trod this earth. Weary travelers, I welcome you now to the land of the moon shadow. Enlighten me. What desire opened the moon shadow window on this night? No words. Your shoes can tell the tale.
Okay. What are you, Sherlock?
So, Pavan longs to be reunited with his dearly beloved Sasha.
And we shall kill him!
You stand amazed, mouths agape in wonderment. Ah, forgive me. I have yet to uncloud your eyes. Children of the light of day, do you believe that memories are yours alone? Your clothes, houses, tables and chairs, the sky, the land, they too remember each passing day. Silently, they sleep in a dream world of memories. The moon's light may give shape to these dreams, these memories. I cannot stir this daughter of the sun from her eternal sleep, but perhaps I can end your friend's waking nightmare. Lead me to the castle. Lead me to the scene of Pavan's misery.
I guess party member. I should have been actually proper party member, but sure. Oh, how neat. Oh, this is also kind of foreboding. Nothing to report. I believe it. Oh, ground for, so it's like an indication of the. Oh, I should talk to him. Upon this night, by the light of the full moon, I shall play a tune to salve the king's wounded soul. Lead me to the king. That's the only way we can actually talk to them. What's the effect of the, is this the tower? No, wait, we're here.
O grieving soul, may the moon's rays trace the scenes enacted here long ago. What is this? A dream? An illusion? No. No. I remember this. You.
Is wrong? What is wrong?
Sasha. I've missed you so. These 2 years I've thought of nothing but you. Ever since you passed away.
You're not still fretting about this morning's missive, are you? You mustn't. You made the right decision. You're always so lenient with people. But sometimes you need to be firm too. That's a king's duty. Everybody believes in you. You must stand tall and proud. Ascantha is your country. Oh yes, I have news. The innkeeper's dog has had a puppy. He wants us to think of a name.
Is that me? Yes, I remember this. It was the spring before last. So, this is a memory from the past? A puppy, you say? What do you think? No doubt you've already thought of a good name for it.
It's a secret.
Why? If you've thought of a name, then I'm sure it's splendid. Tell me.
Surely you have a suggestion too? A name for this puppy?
But I'm sure yours is...
Shush now, Pavan. I think any name you came up with would be simply perfect. My dear king, you're a wise and kind man. You should follow your own instincts. I was planning to use the name you thought of. That's all I'd decided.
Yes, she was always like that. Always giving me so much encouragement. Sasha, why? Sasha, why are you always so strong?
Because my mother gives me strength.
Your mother? But she passed away years ago.
I never told you. But I was very timid as a child, so weak and afraid. And every day, my mother would try hard to encourage me. When she died, I was so sad and lonely. But then I realized, if I went back to my old weak self, I would have nothing left of my mother at all. It would be just as if she had never existed. I realized I had to be strong, that I must remember her words of encouragement and everything she taught me. That way, she'll live on inside me for always, forever.
Sasha, you're right. I should be more like you.
Shall we go out onto the terrace? The weather's so nice today. It would be lovely to enjoy the breeze together. Look! Your country stretches before us as far as the eye can see. Oh, Ascantha is so beautiful.
Yes. Beautiful, Sasha. So beautiful.
My darling king, for people to live their lives happily, you must be strong.
I remember. Everything you ever told me lives on inside my heart.
I kind of... This is just another little game design thing that just occurred to me. Particularly for a game that is meant to be kind of representative of a, 2D animation. I wonder, like, I don't know a lot about it. I mean, I understand game design kind of intuitively, mainly. I don't know anything about programming. I don't know anything about how rendering is handled. But something that bugs me a little bit in a lot of games that I try to do, like Ghosts and such, is that they mainly make achieve a ghost-like effect by basically making the textures transparent, rather than making the model as a whole transparent. So you have this effect where, like, you can see, like, her ponytail from behind her head. Like, it's kind of a little disconcerting. Although, partly it probably has to do with, like, the language of film. Because usually when you have, like, ghosts and such, they're just, someone's... Like, there's a couple ways to achieve a ghost effect. One would be to, film someone in front of a green screen and then have that overlaid. But probably the easiest way to do it, and the most convincing way to do it, would be to just film 2 exposures or whatever, or, I guess with real techniques. Or with digital techniques, just film a background plate, basically, and then film your actor with the same lighting, basically, in front of, block the camera, basically. Obviously, or use motion control, and just set that to lower opacity, and it's the result is very two-dimensional because you're only capturing them from that one angle, so it doesn't have that. You can't really see details of the back of their head. So because that's the way that ghost effects are usually achieved. Either through compositing or through, a basically double exposure type of thing. Um, I mean, green screen will give you a little more control, but you still have to make sure that the lighting matches more or less. Although there goes to the like that's they need to match. Um, and if you want to make it like a little more surreal, I suppose you can kind of like not match, not quite match. Um, yeah, if you want to have I mean, I suppose if you want to have like actors and ghosts interacting or in the same frame, you just make the X Watch as part of either part of the background plate, or you do rotoscoping, or you do some rotoscoping if the ghost is supposed to be partly behind them. Whatever. I'm going into film techniques instead of, but yeah, I noticed about a lot of games where there's ghosts that bit of weirdness, and I wonder how difficult it would be to just code something where you're just taking kind of extracting the two-dimensional render of the character of an individual model and making that transparent rather than I mean it probably tends to be more work, I suppose, than simply like making the faces and um at least in terms of coding. In terms of rendering, it probably would be I don't know. Because like you could potentially just pull any faces that are not um actually in front of the camera. Does that might create its own weird effect? I'm not sure if I'm using the right term, but like by coal I mean like any faces on the model that aren't in view of the camera would just not be rendered at all. It'd be effectively invisible. Whereas the ones that are facing the camera would be like 50% opacity. But it still like mean like calculating that being the case, there had to be a layer of calculating that, or there had to be um, I don't know. Then of course it was the cooling effect would not apply to whatever is actually literally behind the model, because yeah. Anyway,
Forgive me, Sasha. I finally opened my eyes. I'm sorry for being so sad and lonely.
another thing would just be to
At last, I've finally awoken from my long and terrible nightmare.
I'm sorry to interfere with this whole touching scene with technical stuff, but the other way you could potentially do it is to just have um like I don't know. Okay, I'm just trying to think of it logistically. I don't know like all the technical terms. I'm using some of the technical terms, but basically have it be some kind of a thing where the game would identify like what the character model is, like which pixels it's rendering that are part of the character model. It would basically effectively render it in two passes, sort of. The character model would be rendered effectively in two passes. Um, More or less, like you would sort of render the character model as a separate element, effectively, um, more or less, and then composite that element, that basically the two-dimensional element of just the character model and any anti-aliasing or whatever that happens on it, and then make it, um, less opaque, like 50% opacity. So then, like everything that's in the background would obviously be rendered, um, basically like transform the model into a two-dimensional element that is I don't know, like there's a number of ways you can like do it, I guess, practically. I just don't know which would be the most efficient. I wonder if there's any games that actually like successfully do a transparent character without having that effect where you see like the back of their head through. I should kind of neat that they're not all going up exactly the same speed. Man, the people who put out the banners are really fast.
Never again will I forget the things Sasha told me. It felt like a dream, but I believe in what I saw. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks to you and Emma, I've finally woken up from an unbearable nightmare. Now, I can be a proper king to my people again. I cannot thank you enough. If there is ever anything I can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. I swear I will do anything in my power to repay you. Anything at all I can do to help. Farewell, my friends. May fortune ride with you on your continuing journey. I hope we will meet again soon.
Okay, like magical items are really cool weapons. We can. Oh yeah, he happened to have information on the Omegas, but what Itchy Mary broke disappeared too. It was like it was all some sort of weird dream, done it? Okay, just one bit of dialogue for each character. So you're chasing after a dresser called Dalmegas. Oh, I'm afraid I haven't heard talk of anyone like that passing through Ascampa. It's not much use to you, I know, but I was just now saying I wanted to help you. I'm sorry. Okay, so all of them just have one bit back. Cool. Can you think about Alistair? I suppose he lives on too in my heart. So that Sissy the King has finally pulled himself together and started to behave like a real man again. You know what I mean. I didn't mean to bring it up like that, though. Maybe I've had a bit too much of the old moonshine. Oh, that was great, wasn't it? It's been years since we had an all-night banquet like that. Thanks so much for cheering the king up for us. Have a safe trip. Attention! I worked so tirelessly during the 2 years of His Majesty's suppression. It's time she was given a decent holiday, and more besides. We have access to the king's room. Oh, cool. This room has been kept just as it was when the king died 2 years ago. My Majesty finally ordered for it to be tidied up, so that's what I'm doing now. Okay. We'll have some sort of event on the way out of town.
Well, it's all right for some, isn't it? No doubt King Pavan treated you to plenty of fine food and drink, you lucky toads.
Who are you calling a toad?
The princess and I have been waiting, you know, stuck here outside town. And Medea isn't much for conversation these days, hmm? I know how you feel, Grandad. If only you weren't so, green, eh? Maybe we could get you into town, and you could have a drink or something. I ain't exactly a looker myself. I know what it's like to be discriminated against. Wait, Gov, I've got an idea. The town I used to live in ain't too far south of here. How about we head off down there, eh? Sure, Pickham ain't no rose garden, but it's in the middle of nowhere, right? Even a strange old geezer like him would fit in, no problem. Old Grandad here'll be able to get a drink. And we might get a clue about where that old Magus has got to and all. There's a bloke there who knows everything about everything. We call him Brains. He's a mate of mine. He'll know something, dead cert. See? 2 birds with 1 stone, eh? I ain't just a pretty face. Come on, let's get going south. Pickham, here we come.
Or how we're supposed to get there. Well, there's something past the past the mountains to the north, but I bet that's something that we can only access when we get a boat. There's a beach, but I don't think there's a way down there. I mean, there's no like. How are we supposed to get there? Like, I guess there's the beach. Like, the beach does look like it's Like, there's like impassable mountains to everything else that's between us and everything else that is to the south of us. So, my instinct would be that there's a way down to that beach somewhere. There's a treasure chest there. Well, actually increases our attention, which helps us. Thank you. Like I said, that chest we just saw down there on the beach is blocked. That would be on point for this game. But we're gonna check anyway. Yep. Again, this can be easily avoided by making locked chests distinct from unlocked chests. Whereas an enemy that looks like any other enemy here but has that symbol over his head for some reason. And what else I need to do to upgrade my a steel 5. Hmm. It can be bought in Baccarat, Sevilla Cathedral, and Neos. I think we've been climbing those locations, so we'll just keep a lookout for that. I think we've already fought these guys before, so unless they're retexture texture variants somehow. We can go ahead and check. Just be absolutely sure. They look like they're the same. There's another chest. Let's see if it's locked or not. I don't know. I wonder if red is meant to indicate it's locked or not. I guess where I've encountered chests that are red that I was able to open. So I can't doubt this player's gonna work on them. Like something tells me. No, I don't want to fight you. I want to fight this guy. He's new. The door's locked. Aha. This guy might be, I think it's one of the new partners. It is hilarious.
Ah, you come to see me, and I ignore you. What? Allow me to
What was I thinking,
introduce
sorry?
myself. I am Mori. Here, I borrow my ears to the wind.
Okay. Is it?
I hear it on the wind. There is someone magnifico come here soon. Oh, ragazzo, you are a traveler, see?
Yeah, sort of.
Then I ask you one favore. Here, take these.
The party requires free memos.
When we have finished talking, you take a look at these memos, huh? Each one has written on the informazione of the notorious monsters. Find them, fight them, send them to me! It is not to worry, ragazzo. For you, it will be a slice of cake. I see it in your eyes. Buona fortuna and good hunting!
Slimy Smiley. Name Smiles, type slime. Okay, here we go. Let me read the lower one. Mythello. As slimy as Casanova and all over just quickly. On your dilapidated castle. It was not a bad slime, a really bad slime. The type restless armor. Looks like overflows like a centipede in stilettos. Spot on a riverbank near Melee. Lobster Malone. That one I can actually, like, find. So they slither like a ringy plate of spaghetti tossed in your face, but at the water's edge near a lady bandit's lair. That's where we're gonna find Finn, an old boy who likes to get his feet wet. Anything else to tell us? Feel lost, eh? And you should throw your eye over the memos I gave you. Yeah, I want this information. Find them, fight them, send them to me. Not to worry, ragazzo. For you, it will be a slice of cake. I will be waiting. A gold nugget and puts it in the bag. Damn it. Even though they kind of stuck up behind us, but whatever. Oh, power poison. Actually, it's kind of bad. Um,
Well, Yangus, at least you were right about something. No one here so much as bats an eyelid at me. So, the pub awaits. I'll go on ahead, and I wouldn't want to get in your way. You go and find this brains fellow. I'll be waiting for your report. Waiting? Boozing more like. Come on, Gov. Let's forget about him and head over to Brains's. Some of us have got to keep our minds on the job, eh? We've got to find that Dalmagus.
Okay, we gotta find a, where's all the way in the back? Oh, pay no way. Huh. If any place we have stores open during the night, this will be it, but and take a separate break as soon as we save. No surprise, most folks these parties would have rather limited fast foods and they're not great churchgoers. Horrible situation. Oh dear me, sorry, I shouldn't be grumbling to you, so now should I? I wonder how having like these optional party members is going to affect like leveling characters who aren't in your party. I guess we'll find out. Let's head over to our patrons. There's the game so that we can talk about noise in the background. Anyway, become patron for as little as $1 per month. That's all I'm really asking. You can put whatever you donate toward the game from this list, which will, even the lowest amount at this point will lock in that game for me to play. Like, even if it's currently $0 is kind of, I can swap things in and out with. But I'm also considering the possibility of, at least for games that are, like, this is a weird thing, like, just talking about how my system should work. Some of these games are games that I may just want to play, or may just choose that I want to play. My current idea for my system, more or less, particularly when I don't have any patrons currently, would be to kind of go back and forth between games that are being donated towards and games that are not. So, for example, right now, 3D Game Heroes is has the most donation toward it, and followed by Okami HD. Now, if I just do this normally, or just go down the list in terms of like most donations to least donations, it would be these would just be the first games, the 2 games I play next year. Pure and simple. So, but my idea has always been to kind of go back and forth between patron stuff and stuff that I just want to play on my own. Um, Now, the fact is that these are all things that I kind of would want to play on my own to some extent or other. That's kind of the whole point of having a curated list. Although I am considering the idea of, and actually I still need to implement this, I'm pretty sure it's a good idea. Having ultra level patronage be a thing where you can add to something I'm tentatively calling the reserve list, which will, um, you know, be something where like if basically either something's removed by the list by being played, or I decide to take something off the list because I'm tired of it being there, or I just don't feel there's enough interest. Currently, there's not enough interest in almost everything on here, but um, you know, in the future when I actually have a fair number of patrons, there's going to be a point where. But if I decide like I finish playing Dragon Quest VIII, I'm like really, for example, like I'm really getting into Dragon Quest VIII, and I'm like, okay, I'm a Dragon Quest pick now, and I want to play Dragon Quest IV first, but like there's no funding for it, and there's other things that are more funded. Like I reserve the right to effectively take something off the list and play it, even if there isn't enough fun, if there's no funding for it. Like by my own rule, like okay, like the thing is that by my current rules, I cannot actually play Dragon Quest IV until I've done Free Game Heroes and Okami HD. Because basically, if nothing else is funded at that point, then it's effectively a tiebreaker. In which case, I just get to pick something. Um, but I also reserve the right to take something off the list. Either if there's nothing put toward it. So the thing is, if I'm doing the going back and forth thing, there's a bit of a question in my mind whether or not like I play. If I just finish Dragon Quest 8 and say, okay, I'm just gonna get started on Dragon Quest 4. Granted, I might be tired of JRPGs at that point. I'd play something different. Um, but let's say like I finished Game Heroes, just for example, because that's usually when we put the system into full effect. Um, wouldn't it seem fair for me to uh, basically remove something from the list to play? Um, the problem with that, and it's just a matter of logistics, or whatever, I don't know, like morality, I guess. Um, that I don't know. Well, if at that point I have no patrons, I suppose like it wouldn't necessarily be a problem. But moving forward, as I gain patrons, it would seem kind of unfair if I took something that from this list that has not gotten any funding and said, I'm gonna play this. Like because but there could be someone else who is looking forward to. Well, heck, I mean, it was just an example. Like if I decide to play Dragon Quest IV between Game Heroes and Okami HD, like it would seem kind of unfair in a way to the person who donated to Okami HD because in a way. Now, granted, the person who donated to mobile games is a friend of mine and would likely be understanding. But it would seem kind of like I'm cheating a little bit by playing a game from the list between the two. Well, let's say it's received like $1, so someone who's actually donated toward it. Actually, that might be even better example, technically. Like, what if someone has donated $1 toward Dragon Quest IV? So it would seem like I'm almost giving favoritism to the person who donated to Dragon Quest IV. Like I'm that would feel even more cheating. Like okay, someone who's donated less. is suddenly, just because I'm in the mood to play Dragon Quest IV between two Patreon funded, games, you know, you get what I'm saying here? So I'm not sure. Like I could just like remove it from the list now because I may, on the chance that I may feel like playing later. Like that's the only other thing I can think of, in terms of like, how I could deal with that kind of situation. Um, so I don't know. It's possible that I may only do this, take a game from the list and play it as like my alternating game if it hasn't received any funding at all. The only problem then is that like you are like, yeah, the problem at that point though would be obviously like I'm probably overthinking this greatly, but um at that point it would also be like you fund the game, there's a chance that I may have actually played it sooner if you had funded it. So it's kind of the reverse problem. Um, in that case, so I'm not sure what the rules should be in that regard. Like, should it just be like, should a game on this list be off limits for me to play in any circumstance? Um, that's the question I'm posing, and I'm not sure if anyone will answer. Um, at this point, um, if anyone cares enough to chip in, um, on this discussion I'm trying to put together. But yeah, it's full screen capture. It's supposed to be in the outro. But okay, so there's a bunch of other things you can do that take a few seconds of your time, and including commenting and telling me what you think I should be doing about the list. I'm gonna move OBS over here. Things like looking at the screen. So, and it looks weird on the screen for me to be looking like off at the main screen. Like I could potentially just flip this screen too, actually. But anyway, I'll just leave it as it is right now. So uh, thanks so much to our producer, Ed McMahon, and to all of you, thanks for watching. And until next time,